Now my GS1100E, I think, is one of the prettiest, most well-designed bikes of all time. And to me, of course, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So I get to have that opinion. And if you have a different opinion, it's okay. And you can even watch this in 4K. Either way, adjust your device. Have you ever really noticed how some things in life, the style comes in style, the style goes out of style? A good example, bell bottoms. Would you wear bell bottoms this afternoon? I don't think so. But they'll come back in style. And they'll go out of style. But some things stand the test of time and never go out of style. One of them, I think, is the GS1100E. Another one is SOPHIA LOREN. As I'm pre-flighting a bike, I'm thinking, how many things in my lifetime have been great, everybody wanted one, and a couple of years later, they're like Edsels. Just one example. But the GS somehow has timeless classic styling, I think anyway. Maybe you do too. But we have to get out of here early today because it's supposed to really get hot out on the open road. Now it just so happens SOPHIA LOREN happens to be one of my people I think has stood the test of time, actresses wise. Not everybody does in Hollywood and not everybody does in the world of motorcycling, but this baby has seemed to be one of the SOPHIA LORENs of motorcycling. I wonder if you agree. And it's funny, sometimes I think of my motorcycles, every one has a little different personality, like people. And, well, like women, like men, like children, like animals, like puppies, whatever. Anyway, we are really, really in the middle of a wonderful, wonderful season. And I want to get out on the open road, have one more cup of coffee, and be gone. Now, some of you may know, I've told this story on a video many times before. My daughter, Stacy, was a TV producer for many times and many years. And she got to work with SOPHIA LOREN when she worked for the WE channel. And they bonded to the point where when SOPHIA LOREN had a second and third time to have these promos made, she asked for Stacy by name. And I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, it is a beautiful day, but it is hot. Now, it's always strange to me, I guess is the right word, how people buy a motorcycle and to them, and I'm certainly one of them, it becomes the most beautiful thing they own and they treasure it. And same thing with a car. I'm sure Michelle, who got a 68 Camaro now, is out waxing it and treasuring it and whatever. But this bike now is the unique thing. I've had it for 41 years since it's new. And I've done pretty much all the maintenance. I don't think the bike has never been back to a dealer. So what am I talking about? And the only one that's helped me on work on some of the things was Luciano, but it's basically my baby. And there's been bikes I've bought over the years, and 2 weeks after buying them, I realized, wow, maybe this is not going to be a keeper. Well, when I bought this bike, I swear, I got on a seat, I went for a ride, and I said, this is one I'm going to keep. That is the most comfortable seat I've ridden on. Now, it's funny, when I first got the FZR, and it was at Luciano's house, and we were working on it when we first got it, we kind of nicknamed the FZR Sophia, after SOPHIA LOREN, of course. And that name stuck for about 10 years until I did the restoration. And I don't think we ever referred to it as the FZR one time. It was always, how's Sophia doing? You're going to ride Sophia today. What's going on with Sophia? It was pretty quirky. Now, on a day like today, anytime I can stay in the shade or find a shady road to go down, I'm very happy to do that. It's a lot cooler in the shade for sure. Now, no matter what nickname you give your bike or where you ride it, whether you're riding the shade or the sun, there's one thing about the GS1100. Everybody I know that has one, they really like it. And Dallas, of course, loves it. Joe Padula loves his. And people that have them, for Aaron loved his. People that have them for any length of time, they grow on you. They get better as time goes by. It's that ageless, timeless thing. You never get sick of looking at it or it goes out of style. Now, when it's really hot on a day like today, one of the things I try to do is stay around the lakes. It always seems to be a little cooler as you go past the lake area. I don't know why. Maybe it's the altitude. Maybe it's the shade. Or maybe it's in my mind. Now, some of the little custom touches I've done to the bike have made it, I think, a little more drivable. It's of course, it's a daily driver to me. It's not a show bike of any kind. The EBC rotors, the steel brake lines, and some of the little polishing that I've done on the engine. But the big one that I think changes the whole look of a bike, and I do have, of course, a spare bike and 2 sets of wheels. The thing I liked the best is, I wasn't sure I would, was how it looks with the black wheels with the stripe that matches the decal. So think to yourself, 41 years. 41 years. How many things have come into style, gone out of style? Of course, the bell bottoms, among other things. Long skirts, short skirts, pointy shoes. I don't know. I don't know, but I do love the fact that some things are timeless and ageless. And some, actually, this bike I think is one of them. And some of the designs of other bikes, like the Triumph, they're classic. They'll go on forever. And I know among the people that subscribe to the video, every time I post a GS video, I get at least one person that says, "Oh, I remember I had that bike back in blank, blank, blank. And when I wasn't married, or I was married, I had 10 girlfriends, no girlfriends. And then blah, 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 I wound up selling it or trading it in. And now here it is years later, and all the salami sandwiches you bought with that money, you've eaten them, and you don't have the bike anymore." And I'm so glad I kept mine. So glad. And another thing that's strange about the bike, no matter what angle you look at it from, the front, the back, the side, it is really styled well. It is, I think, just like many other motorcycles, just a classic beauty. And on a day when it's this hot, shade is king. I just keep looking for more shade. And it's amazing how much cooler it is in the shade than once you get out in the sunlight. And it's been a long, hot day. That seat, oh, it saves your bacon. The fact that this bike gets really good mileage in the high 40s, always a plus factor. The fact you can do some of the maintenance on it, like changing the plugs, changing the oil with just 1 or 2 tools, it's just a keeper of a bike. And when I bought it, I really didn't have any idea how much I was going to fall in love with it. The paint is original. Most of the paint, I think I repainted the fender. I had a scratch in the fender. And every part of it, the steel brake lines that Joe Padula donated, thank you. The EBC rotors made the brakes a lot better. And Frank, the late Frank Straub, donated an 86 exhaust system. And every part of that, they've all worked out very well. Once again, just a wonderful day. Beautiful weather, just couldn't be better. An old Sophia Loren here. I know you get a kick out of that, but there are beautiful things all around us, and this is one of them. So I hope you have a nickname for your bike, and I hope you enjoy whatever bike you ride and however you ride it as much as I've enjoyed this bike. 41 years plus, I just don't have a bad memory yet, and let's hope we don't have any in the future. And thanks, guys, so much for watching.